Your mother once told me that on the day you were born, all the birds flew south, and the flowers buried their heads in the ground. She said that autumn exhaled her last breath as your lips parted to inhale your first, and as a child, you played barefoot in the snow. When we met, you were 12 years old, giggling like you knew some secret. Eyes just a shade bluer than my cheeks, as red as my mother's wine glass, intoxicating shiver. Back then, we were grass stains and palm sweat, pituitary misgivings, and poems that are written only sometimes in the hearts of the young. You shook my hand that first time like a tree shaking snow from a bough, and I shivered. Even then, you called me by my full name. William Stanford Knudsen. You always said that the 7th syllable sounded like the second line in an unfinished haiku. And darling, I spent 7 very long years wondering what 5 syllables you would have chosen to end me with. Maybe you want to ride? Tell me what you dream. What do you believe? Do you remember when we were 16 and every day was summer, sipping 40 ounces in the basements of strangers? I watched you tattoo doors on fragile hearts and learned to believe in God, but not that guy. Our God, who lived in the space between my hand and yours, hitched rides on the exhale of our cigarette smoke and worked nights at the corner 7-Eleven. When we were 16, I saw God everywhere. I had full conversations with that dude in the moments you and I were sitting incomplete. The long summer ended. We woke on your 18th birthday to find winter at our doorstep, bitter and lonesome, bring with her a cold wind that crept between the cracks in the walls and settled deep in my bones. God moved to Utah. You cut the curls from my head and we put our summer hearts to bed. But tell me you remember the ghost. Tell me you remember when the rain uprooted our homes, washed away everything but a clean slate. Tell me you remember denying fate with fingers crossed. Just tell me that you knew when this was lost, because back then I was kissing, don't look down, don't look down. Don't look down into your every move, and you bit my tongue. We learned from each other that love is war. Promise is just a foxhole, and the only reason any of us have ever continued to fight is because it feels so goddamn good just knowing that any moment that bomb could have gone off. Learn from each other that hands that reach for flowers pull back bee stings, but our fingers were swollen still. Look, my fingers are swollen still. Tell me you remember wine stains, attic teeth, sitting in the dirt, planting seeds in poems. These simple words we so carelessly would speak. Never forget that once we walked barefoot, shivering in the snow, with winter in our feet. You always called me by my full name, but I just called you home.